today as well.
Life's hard.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we got our lowest B group team that is not playing, no longer playing infantry, sitting on 39 points. So that's
hello, everyone.
Most likely the first spot that's going to go as we check in with QM, making their way in just north of the lake.
I'm here.
West of Yasnaya.
I'm here to watch the game.
4 a.m. just to the south
watch
of
the
them.
big game.
The question on everybody's minds is 4 a.m. for real? What are they going to do today, knowing that they have such a lead? As we see Helen going to take a few shots at a passing Purdy-Curdy, but not going to find any joy.
A few shots, took almost all the shots, and yet didn't land a single one onto Purdy-Curdy, who drives by. It's interesting to see right now, at least from the map that we can see, is a lot of teams are pushing up north of Yasnaya, north of the pond next to Yasnaya, rather than playing the fields, obviously, which is not what you want to do, but they seem to be assuming this circle is going to go north, that it's going to be around Stalba. That's not a given, though. Phase 2, if it goes south, Poro, we're going to see
Hope you guys had a good Sunday afternoon.
Again, like we're seeing here for phase 1, Hallen's going to get joined by Ada. Obviously for Lazarus around the Yasnaya region, they're going to get this warehouse pretty comfortably early just south of Stalba.
Well, if you're a conspiracy theorist and you believe that the crates predict where the next circle is going to go, we have a crate right in the south side of Yasnaya right now. Ghost has made their way into the city as we see TSM making their way here in the south. They have Vendetta,
bought some furniture,
Red Cannons all around them.
Ate some food.
Interesting to see where they decided to go, how deep they decided
well, a
to
cutting
go.
board.
And TSM were sort of like our 4 a.m. from Friday.
Exciting.
They were dominating their lobby. They were in
exciting
control, cruise
times.
Control. Now, of course, they're going to be playing with 4 a.m. here today on Sunday. We'll see if TSM can continue to ascend.
You need a furniture put together? No. It's already put together.
On Friday, until we saw what 4 a.m. was pulling out, where they come out with another 23 additional points over what TSM cut the engine off.
Fallout board game. I heard that game's actually pretty good.
If anybody takes any shots at him.
Hatchimals I haven't heard of.
TSM might have found themselves a home as W-Click is going to keep going past.
I've actually played the Fallout board game. I played it. I played it with my brother. It's pretty fun.
TSM might be one of the few who decide to hold south of Yasnaya for this circle. There will be a couple of Freaks just around Lipovka spread out north of it. We're actually seeing shots from Red Cannons onto Vendetta, and Vendetta's a team that probably want to find kills today, Poro, but maybe not this early on, maybe not at the 6.5 minute mark. We've seen how that goes for them.
We're watching with Hallie.
Friday, and it didn't go well against
Hallie
TSM.
watching?
Yeah, they had a little
Sample,
bit of
thanks for 20
in
bucks.
their looting spot with
I turned it up a little bit.
being right there, TSM.
Sticky Rose, thanks for 2 months. Welcome back. Hi.
Few shots getting traded back and forth here between the T1.
Any advice for someone trying to start being a vegetarian?
Just to the east of Yasnaya in a 2-2 split.
Not really. I mean, like, don't eat meat. I mean, like, I don't know.
T1 playing the 2-2 split, 2
like
north of Yasnaya and 2 pretty much even with Yasnaya. So I think their playing is pretty smart right now for T1's sake.
I don't. I mean, I meant that as kind of a joke. I don't have any advice. I mean, when I decided to become vegetarian, go vegetarian, I just started. I don't know.
Esports just pushing up near Potato Hill. They're going to be coming in late. And as for the phase update, Poro,
eat lentils
over at Everest, so they'll be coming in probably another minute or so.
Well, this is.
I may just find food. Make a list of food that you like that's vegetarian. There you go.
You know,
start there.
I mean, obviously these guys are accustomed to this, right? This is something that they practice, but it's not something that they've done as frequently as they have their Mills of Power drop. This, you know, so coming in a little bit later when the circle goes that far away from you, taking the time to make sure you loot up. They're not eating any blue damage.
You wonder how much loot they were able to find in that time, though.
Yeah, you know, they're barely ahead of the circle. They'll come in late.
Quinoa.
Speaking of
Donkey Gorilla Dog, thanks for 100 bits.
Been spotted by TSM, not a team you want to take too lightly here. W-Click priming
this
the nade,
nade's
so
gonna
is
be
Rory into the hole. Might have thrown it a little too far at the backside towards Ragnar. Nade throw from W-Click and Silza with a headshot knockdown onto Rory. They spot Gustav as well, just to the left of the tree. Now he has to fall back.
Rory got
I don't think there's any saving Rory here. And there might not be any saving Gustav either. W-Click are not a team you want to take lightly, despite how good TSM have been playing.
Well, it came down to a 2v2, and W-Click comes
Rory's
out
not
ahead
dead yet. He's not dead yet.
The first down on Rory. Now they're getting support from Harold and Rybo. Iro and Michael still in heaven, trying to provide some oversight, but not getting any angles here.
Michael's pushing up. He's pushed over to Gustav. Needs to give him some backup because they know the rest of W-Click
Rose to shoot him in the back.
He's getting involved as well. Now they'll take shots at TSM or W-Click, whoever they can spot. Oh, Rybo gets the knockdown onto Gustav. The spray's decent. Iro with a triple tap. He gets knocked down. Rybo, though,
they're paying the price.
Nice trade back for TSM, but they're wounded. They're only down to 2 players remaining. As Iro can't confirm Harold, who gets away on half health. W-Click down to 3, TSM down to 2.
Iroh trading it back, but maybe just a little bit late. It maybe could have saved his teammate there. As a new circle has popped, we see we're going over to the Yasnaya fields. All our teams that are up
Foram's already in second. Yeah, they've only played one day, right?
Do they want to go south of the lake here? Do they want to go
I think on the left side, the teams that are grayed out, it's hard to tell, but the teams that are grayed out, they're like gray instead of white, they have played both days already. So
Lazarus, 4 AM are in that vicinity as
some of
well,
them are
with
just...
GEX. FaZe have decided to rotate back from shooting range.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Turtles, spots Michael driving by. Iroh will be following him after that here. And will Iroh make it out alive though? W-Click, Sting Divide.
He got banned from Halifax. What did you do?
Not the start that TSM were expecting.
Fact.
Fortunately, they got a lot of their points already on Friday, Poro.
So Armand the Turk, thanks for 3 months.
Stressful going into today, despite this rough start.
All right, we'll do.
Yeah, they can afford to have a few rough games here and still be pretty comfortable. Good.
This organizer, thanks for a year. Crown. MLA format, 4 months.
Kind of one of their biggest criticisms.
How does Winnie the Pooh eat honey with his bare hands?
Game, but they don't manage to get a lot of
thanks,
kills,
dude.
so seeing them play a little bit more aggressive.
Drop it. Thanks for 10 months. Nubla Delta, 25 months business as usual. Zach with 14. Rantuck with a year. Sample LOL. I got that. Got him with 300 bits. Happy Sunday, dude.
The
Burnt Satan, thanks for 10 months.
Tempo Storm running a 2-2 split though at the bridge. I think this is probably one of the better locations right now that you could ask for. Depending on how phases 3 and 4 play out, they can obviously take either side of the river and then play north or south as well as west and east. As QM take the Wizzy Tower in the fields.
Wizzy Tower.
If it does continue to those fields, Poro, this is a decent spot that will get you a great placement towards the end of the game.
Oof. Nice shots there from GYY. Take McCoy pretty low. As I've never heard it referred to as a Wizzy Tower before. Now that's my favorite thing.
Wizzy Tower.
Wizard.
Into Wizzy.
Wizard and Wizzy. That's that might be.
I hate people that call it Wizard Tower.
Well, I love it.
Just call it Tower.
QM finding the shots.
Just call it a tower.
Early here.
Too many syllables.
TSM is feeling okay. They've got the. I think.
Nabnell, thanks for 23 months. What's up, dude?
A little bit more secure.
One more, dude. Oh my God, you're gonna be a captain.
Probably 6 bad games.
77 points in 6 games.
Yeah, they should be fine.
I'm sure 4 AM will be fine. There was a lot of debate about 4 AM and what maybe they should do today. A lot of talk about maybe trying to make sure some teams don't qualify.
Yeah.
Not necessarily hot dropping, but maybe cutting off rotations or just being a bit of a nuisance. 4 AM, I think, they're just going to play their normal game.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, though. Who is 4 AM scared of? You know, who would they really focus on and say, like, oh, yeah, we don't want them to. I think they can kill pretty much everybody.
That is, like, this is an interesting discussion, and it is part of, like,
maybe they're going to start attracting the
maybe a flaw in the format is that a team that's really ahead, like 4 AM, they don't need to play. Like, they'll qualify for the finals. So, like, if they wanted to, they could just, like, pick on a team. Like, for example, FaZe, right? FaZe is considered one of the best teams. They had a really bad day yesterday. If 4AM wanted to, they could hot drop on FaZe, because most teams know where they land. Everyone kind of lands in the same spots most of the time. So if they wanted to, they could hot drop on FaZe and try to just screw them over and over and over. It's kind of a flaw in the format. But, like, I don't know if it's a flaw or not, but we'll see if it comes into play. I kind of hope it does, because it'd be interesting. But
split now, where's this next circle going to go? Wow, we're going to cut back to the northeast.
Not looking good for TSM.
We're going everywhere here. We're going to go north, and we're going to cheat south, and we're going to go back up to the north. And
it's a bait and switch, Poro.
It is, yeah. Yeah, that is not what you want to see.
Fortunately for Lazarus, they didn't give in to
it would be rude.
They stayed at the warehouse. Now they're in a favorable.
It would be rude, but you're competing for millions of dollars. So, like, who cares about being rude? It's not about being, you know. Like, at this point, if I was them, I would do it 100%. If there was a team that didn't have a lot of points that you didn't want to play against in the finals, 100% I would hot drop every game. Like,
this is pretty good with the spray here.
Just smart.
Icon's going to be knocked down. It's further bad news for Vendetta. It just seems anything that they're just going to get there too. Can he make it in safely, though? He can. Oh, that's probably the best it's been for Vendetta so far this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, they lose one in a very scary
benefits
rotation.
the team, yeah, for sure. It goes both ways, yeah.
Oh my God, Yeezy going to take down Critical, and he is far away from the rest of the boys here. It's going to be a rough res for the Vendetta squad.
Wayless goes down. That was his third knock, was finished off by Easy. Xiaolu Changing position here with the rest of 4am as McCoy spots him. Ghost Gaming are in here as well. We've actually got a lot of teams now that have decided to crash into Yaznaya. It's obviously a fairly big city. You can fit a lot of teams in. ZGG knocked down by Strimzy. 4am certainly not playing with the same pizzazz as yesterday. In fact, they're the fodder today.
Yeah, Ghost getting a lot of downs here so far, but no kills confirmed just yet.
Ghost had a
Seems
bad
like they're
day
doing
yesterday.
A lot of damage farming, but nothing really to show for it. As Forever going to try to put the smoke wall down, stay alive for a little bit longer. He's going to take a few shots from McCoy, but he'll stay alive for now.
Forever and Shaolu last to align for 4 angry men. Stark contrast from what we saw.
TSM's not doing well this game, but they really don't have to do much, I don't think. They have so many points already.
Just to their left. See Maluk further afield, up above. GEX as well, watching from the hillside.
Why do all the pros use the SLR Mini?
He's getting shot out.
This could be rough here, and they also have Sun Sister and AHQ at the top.
In general, the DMRs are better in squads because you're shooting at a lot of moving targets. So, and a lot of times you're shooting with your team. So a lot of time with the DMR, it's just more consistent, just way more consistent.
Now spots face as well. Zampa's up close, he gets the knockdown, and then the eliminations will follow. FaZe Clan are in some trouble, but Maxi finds a knockdown onto Zampa to maybe try and turn things around. No, he's not turning this ship around. FaZe Sunday. I don't think so.
Uba's still alive. Uba's still alive in the blue. Nothing.
I don't think FaZe is gonna make it, man.
FaZe Clan so far, but that was a really
For the
rough rotation.
Tower,
Sun Sister
Power
now
Wizzy
has the
Wizzo
full
Wizards
attention of what's going on up here. We'll have to see where the next circle goes. We're going to the east.
Armand the Turk on Mixer.
So all of this going on Stalwart Mountain is going to have to get settled very quickly.
Wizzy Wizzo Wizards whizzing around
out to the
east
of
Wizzy Tower.
Basically unplayable. So Lazarus are going to hold a high ground position.
You shoot at a lot of vehicles too,
next few phases progress.
and bolts are obviously not good for shooting at vehicles.
I think for TSM, they're just going to try and get to the middle of the field as quick as possible.
Uba's causing some chaos.
But I just don't see why
he has 6 first
out of here
saves.
for Uba, considering they are dead last on 14 points. They might get nothing from game 1 here. It's likely they get nothing.
So very scary time for FaZe fans. So we see Uba.
He's got nades.
He's got nades. Can make something happen here. It looks like, oh my gosh, he's trying to go
realizes this nade is coming. It gets Crazy Sam.
Ooh, hits him for half.
It's something, but Uba's in the blue. 3 damage a
Uba
second
could use
here.
it. He's dead.
Peek over, eliminating FaZe
He needed to commit.
Position. Now Tempo Storm at the hands of GEX have lost 2. Maluk and Sharpshot. It'll be a 3rd with Sharky. Oh, they're all gone now for Tempo Storm.
Tempo did manage to pick up a couple of kills there off of FaZe, but going out in 15th plate and definitely
that nade would have killed me.
It's in the kill
Dude,
feed.
that nade would have killed me twice.
Going toe to toe. That's actually
Franco, thanks for 3 months, dude. Boomstick 11, Gary Yogurt 8 months. Barbarian with the Prime sub. What's up, dude? Maniac, thanks for 1 year. Tate Dixon, thanks for 6 months. Ungodly and Boss Hog with 9. Punkberry 13 months. Catch you at Digi, thanks for 27.
Looks like they're sending one down to
27 months.
Considering entering the city. Meanwhile, Lazarus still has oversight of everything. Ghost just trading from apartment to apartment.
Click pushing onto QM. From the looks of it, Silzen's pushed up close along with Harold. Nicky's going to find a knockdown at the back, but yes, you can see Ragnar and Silzen in the same vicinity as Liga from QM. Easy spots them though. Prime Tonight's got 5 of them. Throws it inside, but now he spots that. W-Click are pushed back. That'll at least buy some time for QM. 2 kills for them, but only 2 players remain. The revival to non-reg for Vendetta did take place and was successful from Edge. They are inside of the circle, but you can see the congestion now.
Yeah, so I'm rooting for Ghost and TSM.
It's quite impactful. A lot of teams
Ghost could really use a win. They really didn't have very many points yesterday.
Sun Sister trying to come down the hill of Stalba. AHQ in the similar vicinity as well.
A's at 5, get to 5.
Sun Sister,
thanks, dude.
Potentially Poro, more kills lining up for
Appreciate
Lazarus.
Yeah, Lazarus in a nice little spot here, kind of oversee everything. They are on the edge of the circle. You see him take a few passive shots at GEX. Nothing going to find its home just yet, but Sun Sister coming alive here against AHQ up in the north side. Looks like Luke 12 might be wanting to come over the top and see if he can sneak something away from this.
Fear Chan last with a life for Sun Sister. Knocked down onto his teammate. SR's there. Luke 12 is taking shots to try and
with the
DP.
There
goes Fear Chan. Luke 12 picks up the kill
with
for
the
Lazarus.
DP. Let's go.
6x
DP.
That was from Fear Chan. It could get stolen from Luke 12. CC is the last with a life for AHQ. Was spotted as well by a Freak of Freaks. You can see them in the back distance. Shadow will pick up the kill onto SR.
I
Owning.
have to ask Luke 12 if that 6x dinner plate DP is a new meta item there, as he managed to pick up a nice kill there. CC, as you said, still alive.
When you look at this map's about to pop.
Yeah, go. I mean,
phase 5.
if this
Go
thing
and have a
pulls
look
away
at
from
Yasnaya.
Yaz, it's going to be disgusting.
Yeah, look at Yasnaya here. It is
Oh,
so
God.
packed right now, and I presume it's going to move away.
Ooh,
TSM is in a really nice spot. That little house is
yeah,
is
Ghost is going to
well,
be in for an
it's
interesting decision
okay.
here,
It does
as
have
they
windows
are
on all
currently
sides, so
kind
they're
of
like in a good
2-1-1
position with hard
between
cover,
3
but
different buildings.
they can't really
I don't
fight
know if it's
because
too
they're going to
late
get
at
shot in
this
the back.
point to really get
Anytime
themselves
they take
back
a shot.
together, or if staying split right now might be the play, just so they can get more angles of fire.
It's a war zone inside of Yasnaya. Nade from Forever has
That
a
could
couple.
get
These
a-
nades are going to
Oh,
be
I missed.
probably just about thrown by everyone very shortly as teams scramble for these apartments. Vendetta getting pushed on by QM. They're getting shot at by Ghost Gaming as well, who have got the angles, as you said, from those apartments. Forever. And they find a knockdown. Edge is going to be taken down by Shrimsy.
Holy.
When you're holding 3 apartments, you can get a lot of angles.
$50.
a lot of sight
Gentu,
lines.
what's up, dude?
Choco.
But if
Good
they do
evening,
get
dude.
breached at any point, it might be tough for Ghost Gaming. Sophia pulls
What
up
happened
short.
there?
They've got the smokes. Forever knows he's getting breached. Throws out
Finger
every
roll.
nade in every
Finger roll.
angle that he possibly can think. Oh,
Got one.
Leo, Sophia's
Got a
knocked
double.
down as well. That was from Leo's nade. Team Fire. It's not friendly, though, for GEX and Forever. Holding on, maybe Forever.
They're going to wish they had that
Final
breach
nade.
back.
He's going for the thirst here.
Does he go for Shy Way? Underarm throw. It's pretty good, but it doesn't get the elimination. Oh, they get the revive as well at the right time.
Thanks for the 50 bucks, dude. Appreciate it.
There's TSM, the last few remaining members getting crashed here by SDV.
Next weekend, I'll be streaming all
Stay alive
3.
for
Yeah,
just
yes.
a little bit longer. So close. He's already
Even
got
on
4
Saturday.
kills for the boys, and he's going to get the res here on
How's the
Michael
points
as
work?
well.
It's 1 point for a kill,
They're
10 for the
inside
win.
of one of the only buildings.
I don't know the
outside of
exact points,
Yasnaya.
but is it 10 for a
It's
win?
inside of this circle. Forever got the kill onto Kane after Drassel
8
found the
for
knockdown.
second,
It's one very angry
6
man
for
right
third,
now
then
that's
5, 4, 3, 2,
getting
1, I
breached
think. Or no, I'm not sure.
GEX. But yet, as this continues,
6
there's
for
less and
second.
less
10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As non-reg is eliminated, that's the end of Vendetta. Flash grenade, he just doesn't know when they're going to be pushing. I don't think they're concerned with pushing right now, Paro, because for GEX, they've been quite slaughtered. McCoy spots Forever. Oh, straight into
Whoa.
Leo's captain. He gets finished off anyway by Shy Way. Leo didn't know what
Crazy.
hit him.
That was so close.
That was
there.
crazy.
Leo not even expecting it. Is now Nikki going to take some fire here from Iro. He's going to hide behind
That's
the
gonna blow up.
exploding
That's gonna
vehicle.
blow up.
Problem, sir.
Oh, no.
Laughing
Vegas
face.
and
Someone took
Draxel.
it.
Ghost Gaming are cleaning up right now from these
Yeah.
apartments. They've got such a high ground position. They can see in the field. They can get the angles for the players and teams that are inside of the city of Yasnaya. W-Click are
Another
taking their own apartment
25
building for themselves.
from Gentu.
Red Cannon's
Thanks,
out
dude.
to the far east, trying
Appreciate
to deal with
that.
the Freak of Freaks. And of course,
Decaf
Lazarus still
Teabagger,
from
thanks for
that
6 months.
warehouse sort of position around the top.
Maddie
of
Rose,
Starboard
thanks for 6
North
months.
have been using that high
Dominic
ground
Bless, 50
advantage.
months.
Oh,
They
Nikolai,
can't get teams inside
Salem,
of
thanks for
Yaz.
2 months.
Let's see what
Will I be
phase
gaming
6
tonight? I will
brings
not
for us
be.
here.
Just watching
For what
this,
is
and then
match
that'll be it.
one. Oh,
my
they
Lazarus.
get the feed
Let's
for
go.
Lazarus.
T1 has been finished off.
Wow,
between the
double
combination
drop.
of AFF
They got
and Red
circle.
Cannons. Now
It's
Lazarus,
looking
not only do they
good.
get the circle, they also get double level 3
Man,
gear
Jaeger, thanks for
here
7 months.
and a nice bullet hose in the M249.
With
See
400,
what
500
they have of
bullets.
AHQ went out with 1 point, so that 16th position
500 bullets on
hasn't
that 249.
moved too much in terms of AHQ. Red Cannons are going to get the revive, but eventually they're going to have to take this fight with a Freak of Freaks out to the east.
500 bullets
Presumably
isn't enough,
Lazarus
I
will
agree,
find an
but
angle
it'll
here and
do.
get a third party.
Their
On the
vehicle's
north, you can
stuck.
see Uncivil, Luke 12 taking shots at Shadow and Lambu, who are just trying to move forward. They're just trying to get into the circle, but they're finding they're getting met by Lazarus. 4 kills so far. I think that's going to double up by at least the end of this game.
That is a tough push. TSM, meanwhile, out in the fields, have to figure out how they're going to make their way into this new circle. And we still have the solo player from GEX trying to make his way through Yasnaya and Ghost and W-Click.
As you said, and now they're going to have to get moving. That blue zone's moving. So it's time to leave the apartments in Yaz as a Freak of Freaks and Red Cannons start the fight. Iro's still alive, of course. TSM down to the southeast. They're going to get involved here with the knockdown of the Rusty Zera. Michael's going to take the vehicle, try and just find a position inside of the zone that he can crash into and try and stay alive. Andy spots Lambu, but he doesn't get the shots, trying to just go down. So Red Cannons are down to 3.
I mean, the whole time this fight is going on, it allowed TSM to make their way into the circle. Red Cannons was distracted after Rusty Zera went down to Ira.
Fight happening inside of Yasnaya as well between
Lazarus.
W-Click and Ghost Gaming. It seems pretty even.
Iro's
Red
owning.
Cannons, this is taking its It's time right now between these two
Ghost
teams.
getting some kills too.
It's certainly dragging on, which is bad news for Red Cannons because the Blues right behind them. Luke 12 stealing kills. He gets Raspu. Alo finds a knockdown onto McCoy. There goes W Click. Lazarus now up to 7 kills.
Ghost is owning, I
For
think,
the
a
last
little
time
bit.
we saw them. They're feeding on both the teams coming out
Nah,
of the apartments
that
and out
sucks.
to the east between Red Cannons and the Freak of Freaks.
And meanwhile,
They're okay.
Michael is actually picking up a few of these here.
TSM is
it
getting
down
so
for
many kills.
TSM, so
They
that's
haven't been
another
paying
point
attention.
picked up for them.
They're
As
getting
it looks
so
like
many
Red
kills.
Cannons, Psycho, the last one up, and it looks like he might be trying to wrap down here south and see if he can maybe get involved with TSM. You can see they hopped in the vehicle. Alo sending the shots, but it's not going to be enough to finish him off.
Gets into the base.
Oh, that's so close.
Easy's still alive at the back. He actually got the knockdown onto Iroh, so Michael's the loss with the line for TSM. A Freak of Freaks just trying to hold out far east, but Lazarus continued to just have this Overwatch view of them, making it almost impossible
Mark 14.
for Freak of Freaks to move.
They have high ground, Mark
any further
14.
at all. I mean,
I think Lazarus is
should
going to
be
win
winning
this.
game from here on out, Poro.
Absolutely. I mean,
Hey,
this is...
look at the circle again.
They should win this, yeah. Iroh got knocked. There was no chance for revive.
But you know what? I mean, this goes back to when the circle cut to the south and cheated to the south and made everybody have that.
I guess
to
Ghost
make that
died? I
decision
didn't
about whether
see. Yeah,
wanted
they
to cut
died.
South or stay north. Lazarus held to their guns, stayed north. Now it's paying off for them as they are coming up huge, and that's 10 kills, and TSM has been finished off, or Iroh has been finished off. Michael's still alive. 7 kills, though.
Massive for Lazarus,
Sick,
though,
dude.
this game and what it's going to do for them. 10 kills. Undoubtedly, they're going to get a couple more as well as this
Ooh,
round
back
out.
up.
This is also huge for
Ho, ho,
AFF.
ho, ho.
I mean, AFF and QM, both of these teams were very, very low. QM
Hang
does
on,
go out there
hang
in
on.
third. Or
This
fourth.
is not over just yet,
Uh-oh.
Poro, because
Wait a
Purdy
minute.
Curdy and Alo are actually not with the two downed members of Lazarus.
That's good.
Uncivil and
TSM,
12 both
man,
got knocked down
they
by
made it
NN.
so far with
This
just
is
two
going to
people.
allow Freak of Freaks to
With a ton of
push
kills.
to the
Like,
next
what a game for
circle
them.
with no pressure at all. They
Ghost
wanna take
good
this
too.
fight
I mean,
up
they
close.
were
Purdy's
killing
trying to run as
everyone
quick
in
as he can
Yasnaya.
to go and get the revives. But the same time it takes for him to get to Luke
So I'm
12
talking
and
about,
Uncivil
baby.
is the same
Ghost
time
and
it's gonna take
TSM
Freak of Freaks
racking up the
to
points.
get over towards the base of this mountain. We have a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
They don't have nades. No nades on AFF. He does have a Molotov, so that could be something that they pull off here as Purdy is going to go ahead and turn his attention back towards the AFF boys. This is a huge game for them as well. They had 15 points going into today. They needed to have a big first game to play off of, and it's
Alo is
how
so
big is it going to be? Can they
wide.
clutch it out in the 2v4?
That could come in really big
It's
for
still
them.
going to be very
I
difficult.
think it is right now.
Cody got the revive, so now 4 up again for Lazarus. Look,
They
all it
need
did
the people on the
for
high ground to
Freak of
start
Freaks got
shooting.
them a hope at a chance here. If they can find the knockdown onto Alo and Purdy Curdy, or do what they did again to Uncivil and Luke 12, then it makes it a 2 versus 2. And then got 2 pretty quick headshots. The
Oh,
nade
boy.
from Alo.
Oh boy.
It's straight to the tree of NN and Lambu. It's just going to hit at the front side though. No damage.
Another one
inflicted,
coming in.
But Alo still
There goes
gets
one.
Lambu. NN behind the tree. It's going to be very difficult from here. He did a good job before to get
Yeah.
the double knock.
GG.
But there it is. All it will be for
Nice try,
your
nice try.
13 kill win for Lazarus. And a good start for the final day. Maybe it will be NA Sunday.
I mean, I got my fingers crossed. I can hope so. But what a great performance from Lazarus, coming in huge with 13 kills. That's 23 points. They were sitting with 40 coming into today. That put them
Somebody's
in the top
mom,
8
dude.
of all the teams that are playing.
Mom
so far.
power.
They're doing phenomenal. This game, they couldn't ask for a better start to today.
We just caught
my
Luke
God, he's
slipping and
flexing,
having a
dude.
bit of a pick, but that's all right. Winner, chicken dinner.
Call him out on it. Just let it slide. You know?
No, I can do that. It's my boy. But massive start for Lazarus.
Huge.
They were already inside of the top 16. They had about 40 points, if I recall, off the top of my head. Poro, you have that performance. They're already 60 plus. One more even semi-decent performance, and they're heading off to Oakland.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, you know, you look at other teams that needed to have big performances today. AFF only came at 15 points coming into today. They find themselves in second. TSM get another 7
Wait, is the
kills.
grand final somewhere
Myra
else?
and Michael, the duo,
It
making their
wasn't
way
easy
super
for
late.
them either, was it?
No, it was not. Definitely. QM in fourth place also needed a ton of points. So this